You know, I never really thought of election fraud as being a thing in America until 2020. It made me start questioning things. I never really had any hard evidence about it, but it was in the back of my mind that this could happen. But now I'm seeing it in real time, and I'm understanding that this is a very real thing. I'm going to first show you a clip with Fox News. I'm going to show you some things that's going on in other states with the ballots. And I'm also going to show you my own personal experience in voting and my voter participation history, which shows that I've done and participated in some elections that I actually haven't. But first, let's check out what Fox got to say.
Today in Georgia, a judge ruled that election officials have to certify results, even if voter fraud is suspected. And around the state, Democrats are suing to prevent drop box surveillance, hand counting ballots, and voter ID protections. Why are Democrats trying to make elections less secure? Especially while many states across the country are finding thousands of people who aren't citizens on the voter rolls. Like in Virginia, where Governor Youngkin removed more than 6,000 non-citizens from the rolls. The Biden-Harris administration didn't like that. The Justice Department is now suing Virginia for cleaning up the voter rolls, something Virginia governors have been doing for years.
Why is it that anyone could argue that a process that removes non-citizens off of our voter rolls is anything else other than common sense and constitutional? This is a law that's been on our books since 2006. It was a law that was signed by then Democrat Governor Tim Kaine. This is why I find this to be a very, very unreal moment that is stunning, that they filed this suit 25 days before a presidential election, when in fact this has been going on in accordance with our Constitution, the federal Constitution, and state law since 2006.
It's simple. We just want free and fair elections. Democrats are trying to loosen the rules.
I think that the Democrats are understanding that the writing is on the wall. With that said, let's take a look at what's going on in Pennsylvania.
It's 2:41, and they are ending the line.
So they're shutting the line down at 2:41 p.m. Typically, when it comes to early voting, the early voting is going to end somewhere around when people get off of work. So probably around between 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. But they're shutting down the line so that people can't vote in a swing state such as Pennsylvania. And the first clip I showed you was one of that in Georgia, which is also a swing state. Let's show you what's going on the West Coast. What you're seeing is ballot drop boxes with completed votes have just been set on fire in Vancouver and in Oregon. Tell me, what's going on around America? What the hell is going on around America when it comes to the election fraud and the election interference that's occurring right now? I believe that Trump is wildly ahead. On a personal level, my voter participation record shows that I voted in 2018. It also shows that I voted in 2021. The only elections I voted in was this election and the 2016 election between Hillary Clinton and Trump. But if you look at my participation history on the screen, you'll see that it shows an election in 2018 that I participated in, as well as one in 2021 that I participated in. And I've never thought to look at this until, of course, I'm going to vote now. So today, I noticed it and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Somebody cast a vote for me. And guess what? I'm not the only person that this has happened to. Let's check out what this lady got to say about it.
First election I voted in was Trump's. I've never voted in a midterm. I've never voted.
What?
I have never voted in a midterm election. Ever.
All right.
Say that I've never voted in a primary. Ever. Tell us that again. Oh my gosh.
All right, so what we see here is someone voted in your name for a midterm primary, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 presidential elections. You're saying you did not vote in.
I can tell you,
and
I'm a bad. I can tell you, I'm a bad patriot. First time I got involved in politics was President Trump. That's my first presidential election. I have never voted in a midterm. I have never voted in another this is all a lie. I am so obsessed.
As you can see, the same thing that happened to me is the same thing that happened to this woman, and I can only imagine that it's happened to thousands upon thousands upon thousands, and maybe even millions of voters around the country. People that they know do not vote, or people that they know rarely vote, they're getting votes casted for them. And more than likely, it's not on behalf of the Republicans. So there's something demonic and evil going on within the Democratic Party that needs to be addressed. And I just wanted to shed a little light on it and let you know that the election fraud that you're partaking in, we're aware.